so we can let our hair down today because it's our 100th episode. Happy 100th.
Happy 100th.
I
Right.
Brought cupcakes to celebrate.
Yep. I like how I have the 2 zeros there.
We didn't even put them on the cakes. But this is it. 100 episodes. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good, and I'm particularly excited because Greg remembered I'm gluten-free. No one else ever remembers. Greg remembered.
That's right. That's right. Only the best. Only the best for my co-host. Without you, Polly, it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you so much.
I feel the same, Greg. Like, I don't know. I think this is a us thing. Like, I don't know.
I agree. All right. I wanted to do a breakdown of, because we've had a good mix of organizations and personal stories. But I want to say we probably introduced around, out of these 100 episodes, I want to say it's about 85 to 90 organizations and different resources and services and programs, and probably about 10 personal stories. I could be completely wrong, but yeah. I want to say it's like that, but just
we've had some organizations on here that have been around for years that I did not know existed locally, which is amazing, and I'm hoping that we are bringing that information to other people too as a resource. So
great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite episode?
Well, I do, but it's for personal reasons. So, Colby's going to be my favorite episode. One, because she's a friend, a good friend, lifelong friend, and our first episode.
Yeah, first episode.
Yeah. So
that's when Colby's interview is when I thought, wow, we could do this.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, it was her story. I was jaw dropped, like, oh. Second off, it was something that we knew that the public could identify, many could identify, communities can identify, no matter who you are, what you're made up of, people can identify. And I mean, her story, her triumph, her recovery was just so inspirational that I thought, like, yeah, we could definitely do this. So, wow. Some of those first episodes are pretty wild.
They are. They are. I don't know if we're going to reminisce more, but I am. I'm not going to say who, but it might have been the second or third episode. And we did, like, I think it was close to an hour interview. And then as we said goodbye and I went to press the sign off button, I looked over at you and I was like, never pressed record.
Oh, I remember. I definitely remember. Oh, yes.
So we now have a little sign here on the, and it automatically records.
So one of you out there was an absolute redo. We will not say who, but you are an absolute redo.
So we've learned a lot.
Oh, there have been some great shows. I think all of them were great. There's thinking off the top of my head, I remember Community Police of Newport.
Oh yeah.
I remember, that one was, that one took off on social media. And well, there's just so many great, when I was putting out the invitations and just getting, all the contacts, it's like, oh my goodness, I remember this one. Oh, I remember I needed to ask this person this, and just seeing all the podcasts and thinking, oh, we definitely need to have them back on. We definitely need to have them back on.
We've met some amazing people too, that were able to talk about really serious conversations, but in a, I don't say humorous, but like a down-to-earth way that we had a lot of fun with getting the information out. Scout comes to mind.
Oh yes. Yep.
Yep. They were, I feel like I want to, I don't know, play cards with Scout. I don't know. Like there are people we have met that I'm like, oh, we could be friends. Like, maybe they don't feel the same.
Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. But like you were alluding to earlier, me, Mr. Backtrack. Just the amount of services that are just right here. And, we were talking about how we wanted to bring, these resources to the community, but there were organizations that we had no idea, no clue. Like one podcast led to another guest who would be another podcast. And it was just like, wow, I didn't know that these services were actually here. Like I could have used most of these services. So, wow, I like seeing that the podcast is doing what we hoped it would do. And I can't wait to see it grow more and more.
Yeah, me too.
And I can't wait to dive into these gluten-free cupcakes.
And who's going to be 101?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I know we had was it part 1 or part 2, part 3 with the Center for Online Safety. So but there's like at least 10 different organizations that I can think of off the top of my head that need a part 2, part 3, part 4.
And the internet's only gotten safer, so we wouldn't need part 4.
There's nothing we need to worry about there. With AI and everything,
right?
No new advances. Wow. So I know, we've sent out the invite and have hopefully a couple people stop by.
Yeah.
Say hello, see what's going on, tell us any new updates. So our 100th should be a good one.
I'm hoping.
So
hopefully it won't be just you and me.
We'll see. We'll see. We can be completely off. We can think we're doing great, and however, everyone else think we're doing terribly. So, we'll see as soon as we go live.
Okay.
So, without further ado.
Hello. How are you on this gorgeous summer day?
We are doing well. Thank you.
Yeah, where are my ears? Where are my antennas?
We might have to send them for the next episode.
For 101?
For 101. We have balloons and streamers up, but we didn't test the screen capabilities, and you can see there's a string. We have a string, but just imagine there's balloons, and streamers, confetti floating down. It's a big mess.
How many are you expecting?
100.
We're just seeing who's coming in. So, we just wanted to say thank you very much for helping us reach this milestone. We really appreciate it. And we'll give you a minute. You want to chime in and tell people what's going on, what's new?
Who, me?
Sure, we'll start with you, Heidi. Let's go.
Okay, well, then I gotta, do a shameless self-promotion here.
That's fine.
I'm having I'm Heidi from List Academy of Music. And I am having a big shindig tomorrow night at the Newport Yacht Club, and it's a free event. It kicks off Thanksgiving. It starts at 6:00 p.m. and we have a ribbon cutting, and from the Newport Chamber of Commerce. And then we have a gentleman by the name of Greg O'Brien, and he's going to be speaking on behalf of himself. He actually was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, and he lives to speak about it. And he wrote a book called On Pluto, and that will be on sale tomorrow night.
Wow, that's right. Well, thank you.
Right. So invite everybody and come on down. Just let me know that you're coming. So we have plenty of food. There's a cash bar and free little appetizers.
Free appetizers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 to 8, 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
All right. So we got some more guests coming on today. We got there's Elizabeth, Girls on the Run. Elizabeth, how are you doing? And Halley and Colby. Whoa! I think Colby was surprised for further stress.
Hey, surprise! Happy hundo.
Thank you.
Greg spent all morning decorating the office, and it's out of camera.
Oh my God, I love you guys' little 100 things though. That's so cute.
I wasn't sure if Greg would be on board when I ordered
The good sport that I am.
You had to decorate the bridge in the back. You should have done something with the.
Yeah.
The problem was I was in charge of the decorations.
I'm going to be right back.
Oh,
that's the issue. So Elizabeth, you were on, and then I just want to get an update from everyone. We got Susan on, and Sam, how's it going? And Lisa. So I want to get an update from everyone. So how's it going? Elizabeth, we'll start with you.
Yeah, no, it's going great with us. We are just about to wrap up our fall season. So we have our big end of season fall 5K, not this weekend, but next weekend at the University of Rhode Island. So that'll bring together all of our teams all across Rhode Island and including New Bedford. And so we're expecting around 1,000 people, including around 600 participants. So these are girls in 3rd through 8th grade. And for many of them, it'll be their first 5K. So we're really excited about that and hoping for the continued good weather. And then, yeah, and we're already busy getting ready for our spring season as well. So, yeah.
That is awesome.
Excited to be here with you guys today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, we couldn't have made this 100th episode without all of you. So we greatly appreciate you all taking some time and coming out to give us a little shout out and say hello and give us updates on what's going on. So Halley and Lisa, how are you doing?
We're great. Thanks for inviting us to celebrate with you for your 100th episode. Congratulations. That's awesome. And 100 more and then some.
Exactly. So
totally excited to be here.
right. Ring, where's the alarm?
And we just came back from the dyslexia awareness event at the State House, which was well attended. So we were very excited about that, spreading the word about helping kids with dyslexia.
Awesome.
And we are getting geared up for our Giving Tuesday campaign for our final push to meet our goal for 2024 for fundraising efforts for our financial assistance program for students who can't afford our services otherwise. So we think we can do it this year, and we're very excited. Looking forward to getting that going.
What's that goal?
We have $11,000 more to raise.
Right.
And so this is the first year we feel like we're actually in the ballpark of meeting and exceeding our goal. So very exciting.
That is great. Now, Colby, we wouldn't be here without you. You started us off. You actually gave us the reason to say totally preventable in every podcast. So everyone who's had to say totally preventable in the podcast, you could blame Colby because it was her idea.
Yep. She was episode number 1, brought that idea to us.
Wow.
So Sam, what's going on with you? What's new?
What's new? Oh, well, thanks for having me back for number 100. So last time we talked about lifestyle and how you can potentially modify lifestyle to preserve memory or prevent onset of memory loss. So that study, the US Pointer study, is still ongoing. So we don't have results for that yet. We're hoping to have some results in the summer of 2025. In the meantime, we've started a new prevention trial. Not lifestyle this time. This is a medication trial, but it's for folks without any sort of cognitive impairment, 55 to 75-year-old adults. And it's testing basically a vaccine to see if it can prevent the spread of one of the proteins that's a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease pathology. So we've got that one going on, actively recruiting, looking for folks 55 to 75 who don't have any memory problems. And we've got some new trials as well for folks who have some degree of memory impairment. One's testing a pill, an oral pill, and the other one is also testing an oral pill, but it's an FDA-approved drug. It's called Entrevia, and that one is looking at reducing neuroinflammation or inflammation in the brain. And another exciting thing we have is an observational trial, and it does basically brain imaging, memory testing, and this is available to basically anyone cognitively impaired or not. And it's just a long-term observational study, but we can offer this one in Spanish, which is exciting for us to be able to offer a study entirely in Spanish, which is so we're really excited about that and to be able to offer that to the community.
That is great news. Great news.
I want to thank Greg for having a terrific memory and knowing all of your names, even though all of you don't have them up there, and exactly where you're all from. Greg has like a memory of I don't know who has a good memory.
You were going to say elephant.
Elephant.
Doesn't an elephant not have a good memory? No, are they?
They do.
Elephants known to have the memory. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I think she called me an elephant because of my gut.
Yeah, you're fat. She called you fat. I heard it.
So Colby, what's new with you?
nothing, just out here saving lives and animals, one day at a time.
I think we saved more animals than people these days.
Yeah, well, you know, there comes a point when the scale tips and it's like animals don't talk, they don't lie, they don't steal, and they're a lot easier to care for than people for me. I have a question though about that brain thing. Where is that guy located?
So we're at the Memory and Aging program at Butler Hospital. So we right here in Rhode Island, and if we've got some, I can put some phone numbers in the chat and emails if anyone has any further questions, or that they can reach out to me directly or our outreach team. We have a dedicated outreach team that but yeah, we have a number of ongoing clinical trials, over 25 active at any point in time. So we try to have something for everybody. We don't have Arizona, but I can tell you there's a lot of clinical research sites in Arizona. So you may be able to get these particular trials out there. There's quite a few Alzheimer's disease research area programs out there in Arizona.
Thank you.
And for the person who made us do extra work the most has been Susan. Susan from Be Smart. We had a whole Safe Homeless program going on, and we had not thought about what Susan represents. And we just thought, you know, drugs and alcohol, but then we had Susan on. She's like, what about guns? We were like, oh yeah, gun safety. We completely overlooked that. So Susan, how's it going and what's been new for you?
Well, it's great to see you again, and happy 100th episode. And a lot's new, actually. We were so excited last year that the Rhode Island passed the secure storage bill into law, and it's the strictest one in the country. And I feel very confident that we'll be able to keep it here because we live in such a great state and like-minded legislators. And this year, you know, we're going to try again for an assault weapons ban, but I'm not so confident with that, but we're going to try. And I think it's important. And to get back to the safe storage bill, what's great about it is it's going to be introduced to all the school systems in the state. It's currently being worked at with RIDE, and they're going to come up with a plan to implement it, hopefully by next year, so that every parent and caregiver will get information about why it's important to secure their guns. And also that, you know, it's to be a gun owner is fine. Just, you know, use common sense and keep your guns locked and not accessible to kids and those in crisis.
Thank you for sharing that. Well, we got some new people coming in. We got Erica from RIDOH and the Healthy Heart Ambassador. Shannon, how are you doing from the village? We got Stacy on. This is great. Thank you all for joining. Shannon, you want to give us a quick update about what's going on with you?
Sure. Just to let you guys know, I am from the Village for Rhode Island Foster and Adoptive Families. We have support groups for all foster adoptive kinship families, as well as special events and activities, and more recently, programs and resources and supports for caregivers over the age of 55, caring for a child under the age of 18 in their home. We do have a fairly new program where we are having some difficulty finding some participants to take advantage of it, but we do have some housing support and rental assistance available for caregivers over the age of 55 if they're caring for a child under the age of 18 in their home. They could potentially be behind on rent and need some financial support. They could maybe need to relocate because they've taken in a kinship child and now they need more space. So we're able to, the funding is passed down through us, but it comes from the Office of Healthy Aging. So there are some things that they need to meet and some requirements, and it does ultimately need final approval. But we were starting to share some of that information with others in hopes to, there are lots of grandparents out there, lots of older caregivers caring for children that we're not really aware of, right? They're kind of afraid to raise their hand and say that they're in that situation or that they need that help. So that's what we're doing more recently.
Awesome. Awesome. And Erica, what's new with you?
Everybody. I'm Erica Hanson. I work at the Department of Health with the Diabetes and Cardiovascular Health Program. The Community Health Network is like a one-stop shop for evidence-based and lifestyle change programs available to community members at no cost to them. So yes, Greg, we have the Healthy Heart Ambassador blood pressure self-monitoring program, but we also have a number of other programs like preventing type 2 diabetes, a whole host of programs for people living with Alzheimer's and related dementias and their caregivers. There's fall prevention and balance and movement programs. There are some programs through the Children's Youth Cabinet for up here in Providence for minority family health. So I could drop in the chat the link to our webpage, but we fund Ripen to do the day-to-day operations with 2 bilingual Spanish patient navigators who are also certified community health workers. So my job is to promote these programs, help to make them accessible to community members and support the organizations that deliver the programs. And also on the other side of it, work with healthcare to make it sort of a natural referral that when they're working with a patient and somebody's pre-diabetic or has hypertension or is caring for somebody with Alzheimer's, that they make a referral over to the Community Health Network so that the patient feels sort of that confidence level of like, oh, my healthcare professional suggests that I look into some of these classes and programs. So we sort of try every which way possible to get people to utilize these wonderful and valuable classes and programs. Yeah.
Great. So I must ask, how was your experience? All of you, how was your experience on Totally Preventable? Holly and I had no idea how to do a podcast. We just started recording. So we have no idea how we're doing, but please, how was your experience? Anyone?
We take criticism on too.
So.
When we started, we were in a shared office with other people like you couldn't see, but they were working with headphones on, and we would close the door and put signs on like podcast in progress, don't come in. And inevitably, every time someone would
come in.
Yeah. And we'd be like, we're podcasting, like what? All the time, every time, didn't matter.
Go for
Halley here from Rhode Island Tutorial and Educational Services. I will speak for Lisa partially, maybe Lisa will speak for herself as well, but we thoroughly enjoyed our experience on your podcast. You were really great about letting us know what kinds of things you wanted to know about ahead of time. So we have so much we feel like we can talk about that it's really nice to have a focus. And so we were able to focus on some of those areas that we thought were important and that you thought were important. And then from there, you really were great at spinning it out into that natural conversation. So we were put at ease. I'm used to doing things that are sort of public like that. Lisa has done them and doesn't enjoy them as much, but we both enjoyed that conversation. And you put us at ease and made it really fun and exciting to have that conversation and share the information and then find out more too about what you all are doing. And even just doing this is so great. I'm taking copious notes because you're introducing me to a number of other people in the community who are resources that I was not aware of, and both personally and professionally may need to contact. So it's great that you're making these connections for us as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would say also because as I second what Halley said, and I'm not great at public speaking, but I felt this was the first time I ever did a podcast. participating in one. So I felt very at ease, and thank you for that.
You're very welcome. So any questions that you have?
No, but Stacy's back. Maybe
Oh,
Stacy wants
Stacy.
to give us an update on what's going on.
Hi, guys. Thanks for this opportunity. I have a little cold, so I'm a little hoarse right now, but we started working more with, Gary's been running groups specifically with males, accountability groups, and he's had a good turnout. The first week was like 2 men, and the third week it was 10. So it's just been growing really quickly, and it's been great for him. It's very encouraging. The men have expressed like they appreciate it, and they are more connected throughout the week, which has been something that's been an issue with keeping specifically men connected between meetings. So that's been awesome. We also have been working on a curriculum for children with trauma. And so we have a team, and we've met once for that. So we do have, to just fill you in case you don't know about Rooted Recovery Resources, we offer trauma and recovery groups and one-on-one peer support. And so we've been running 3 groups that are closed groups. They're 12 weeks. And in January, we'll be starting probably 3 more. And they're across Rhode Island and Massachusetts. So we've been running those groups. They're going well. But from the feedback that we're getting, which we've been getting phone calls for children's trauma, we're working on a curriculum for that so that we can help children and adolescents process trauma. And the thing is, once you learn to process trauma, it's a tool that you have that you can keep applying through your life. Unfortunately, trauma can be like a reoccurring thing that happens to us. So it's great to have that tool at a younger age so that you can process and keep growing through your life instead of reaching stages where you're kind of stagnant. And then the other thing we've been doing is couples work. So helping couples repair their relationships, grow together, and that's been really encouraging and successful. So thank you for this opportunity. Congratulations on your 100th episode. We really appreciate your platform and the education and knowledge that you bring. And God bless you on your future episodes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
Got the applause going. All right.
Can I
So
just have a follow-up question? I'm sorry to interrupt for Stacy regarding the curriculum for trauma. Is that something that you'll be using for your program, or is it something that you'd like to get out into the community and school departments or what have you?
We were kind of just thinking, well, it's a need for us, so we were creating it. But absolutely, if people were interested, we would absolutely be willing to get it out there.
look at that. People helping people. It's an excellent thing. So I'm hoping all have received your bonus prize for saying totally preventable during a podcast. That looks like yes. Uh-oh.
Maybe not Susan. I think
No?
Susan's is still in my office. I think it came back to me.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Susan.
I think so. I have someone's in my office that came back.
Uh-oh.
I don't have one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but it's on its way.
Okay.
It's on its way. Yep.
I'm on the spot.
Everyone's
now.
calling me out. No.
Yeah.
I know Heidi's is on his way. Our UPS man hadn't come in a while. We had quite a stack. So yours is in there. And I'll have Greg reach out to Susan and get an accurate address.
Right.
Yep.
But I couldn't have done this podcast without my super co-host. So while you are all here, I wanted to present my co-host Polly with a gift.
Oh, now I feel like a stalker. I don't have a gift.
Because without her, there'd be no totally preventable. Now, I don't know if this gift still applies, but I'm hoping it does.
Oh, I bet that paper is noisy on the microphone. Oh, it's my favorite things. Why wouldn't this apply? Reese's, my favorite thing. And Greg is always the one that remembers I love Mountain Dew. I'm currently in charge of watering the plants in the office, and my watering can is my last gift of Mountain Dew from you.
Oh.
Like I use the
Really?
empty bottle, yeah.
Oh.
The
So-
gift that keeps giving. Thank you, Greg.
You are very welcome.
I will not share those.
When the stress gets high in the office, everyone goes to Polly's office to get that Reese's fix or that chocolate fix. So I know I have depleted her her stock of Reese's, so that's why the gift was there.
And I need to thank Greg too. Like if you meet us in person, I think I'm probably the big mouth and the chatter and the one with all the opinions, maybe like vocal opinions, audio opinions. But in front of the camera, Greg is he's the one with all the good questions and the definitely the podcast voice. So
That's because I don't have a TV face. But
Yes, you do.
again, we wanted to thank you all for taking this time out, just to come on, even to drop by to say hello for our 100th. We really, really appreciate it. We really will be reaching back out to everyone to, schedule another podcast with you because of the influx of information that we still need. We get from our community. People are still looking for more and more resources. It's so hard when we're out in the community and people are saying that, oh, I could use this help or I could use that help. And here we are, we have all of these resources around, but people just don't know it's there. So oh, have you heard about this? And have you heard about that? They're like, no, we haven't. So that's actually how the podcast started and how we continue to grow. So we'll be reaching out to all of you and hoping that you can give us more updates and tell us more of what's going on and help make the entire community more and more aware of all the great work that you all are doing.
Thank you all for coming up, showing up originally and showing up today. It really means a lot to us.
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
Anytime.
So until the next time, we want to thank you all again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you.